We have a lot of folks that are growing either organically, all natural, no-till, living soil, whatever you want to call it. So
Yeah.
many different phrases out there for growing in that style, but we have a lot of people doing it. I'd like to know how much competition is happening between introduced microbes and native microbes. Do like microbial inoculants truly establish long term?
Yeah, I've had a pretty good experience with this, and I would say in general, there's a lot of competition in nature, just in natural environments or in living soil environments, where if there is a huge diversity of highly concentrated microbes, they're always competing. And competition to a large degree, if you just think about bacteria and you can layer on fungi or any higher organisms, there's a soil food web where it has all the way up to invertebrates and all the way down to singular cellular bacteria. There's immense competition, and it's mostly resource limited. And so if there's an environment that's abundant to support the community or the density of that particular community, there is competition for resources, but that doesn't mean that the community can't still grow. Typically, when there's a resource limitation, the community will level off. And when it levels off from a growth phase or an exponential growth phase, is what it's called in microbiology, to a stationary growth phase, which can be highly concentrated, usually birth equals death or growth equals death. So there's a competitive cycle at that highly concentrated level, and it's resource limited. And typically, the whole community or established ecosystem will start to decline whenever the resource threshold declines and can't hold that, doesn't have the same carrying capacity of that load of biomass of microbes. So, to answer the other part of the question, my experience with incorporating inoculum or microbes into living bed soil, we've done this before, scientifically, fundamentally, and as a company of Mammoth Microbes, where we actually worked in fields, had endemic or home field advantage native microbes in the soil, and every week we added an inoculum. And in this particular case, it was Mammoth P microbes, and I had the team take samples at the rhizosphere every week across the entire plant growing season for an annual outdoor crop. And week over week, what we found is, especially in the early weeks, we found the native community, tens of thousands of different microbes, and a signal of the inoculum microbe. As we continued to add the inoculum, pretty low concentration every week, we saw the signal in the data increase week after week. And so the presence of that inoculum, along with that native community, increased over the course of the plant growing season, which I thought was pretty interesting, but kind of intuitive. As you add the microbes, you're almost engineering that result. You can see that result increase, but what it told me was that the microbes weren't necessarily immediately going away, that they were building over time. We saw this cumulative effect over time. And this was rhizosphere sampling. And so it was destructive sampling at the plant zone. And we were collecting the microbes that were living in that soil environment at the rhizosphere or the root zone area. And what I thought was more interesting, and it kind of maybe allowed me to get a full thought on this, was at the end of the growing season, we wanted to continue to sample. So plants were chopped off kind of just at the root surface, and it allowed for the rhizosphere sampling to continue weeks after a harvest or the plants were finished for the year. And what we found was that the community or the signal of the inoculum slowly started to decline as the plant got older past senescence. and past the harvest, which indicated to me that, yeah, the microbes really do well and incorporate in the native environment, and the plants have a lot to do with it. The plants are actually supporting that microbe growth and persistence across that growing season, and they'll fade a little bit, um, and that native microbial population will continue to persist, if that makes sense. And we never saw the signal go away, but we saw it wane quite a bit and kind of blend into more of a normal community dynamic. Saying that the microbes that were used in this were a product, it was a Mammoth Bee product, and these microbes came from nature. And so it would suggest that, they could probably incorporate back in a system as long as the environment was hospitable enough where these microbes were able to adapt within that environment. And that would seem to be the case in this study.
Got it. Yeah, that was a common concern from people, is that they're buying these microbial inoculants, adding them into their soil. And there's some folks that say, hey, that's a waste of money. If you've already got your microbes established, don't even bother. You're not going to get any value out of it. And it's cool that you actually ran some studies to kind of prove otherwise. You can see for sure that they are establishing down there with the native population. So that's awesome to hear. This clip is brought to you by Vivo Sun. Use discount code MrGrow15 to save on any of their gardening products. Go to the full episode by clicking the outro card here, or click the link in the description section below. Catch you in the next video.